Hi and welcome back. If you're new to the channel, my name is Vince. Thanks for stopping by. You're very welcome here indeed. So it wasn't until I embarked on my longevity experiment nearly 5 years ago now that I started to look into what statements like FDA approved actually meant. And when I did learn what they meant, I have to say I was a little shocked, to say the least. Now, in a more recent study into the world of advertising, Michael Mattioli, a professor of law, scrutinised hundreds of advertisements for health supplements and also for beauty products. His investigation revealed a concerning trend, that being the frequent and misleading use of terms like patented and FDA approved to imply safety and also to imply effectiveness. Now, it quickly became evident to him that these labels might not only confuse customers, but could also pose potential dangers. Having a patent merely grants the right to exclude others from making, using, selling, or importing an invention. It does not, however, guarantee that the invention is effective or even safe. Likewise, when a product is FDA approved, it just means that the benefits outweigh the risks for a specific use and not that it is universally of high quality or even inherently low risk. The professor's analysis covered a wide array of ads, from print and television to social media. It revealed how companies exploit these terms in ways that can actually mislead. Advertisements for products ranging from probiotic supplements to earwax removal solutions prominently featured these specific terms, often suggesting a level of safety or efficacy that may not be warranted. This misuse of terminology is particularly prevalent in ads for products that are ingested or applied to the skin, such as health supplements, insecticides, and also lotions. Now, the choice to highlight government-related endorsements in these cases is quite likely not an accident, as these products are less strictly regulated. Even though this may be known to the consumer, they still naturally seek assurances of both safety and also efficacy. The implications of this deceptive advertising practice extend beyond consumer confusion. The professor theorizes that this could also pose a considerable risk to innovation, as companies might prioritize obtaining questionable patents or regulatory approvals over genuine product development, and all this obviously in the name of profit. This could lead, he says, to a market environment skewed by misleading claims. It could also burden government agencies with unnecessary patent applications and also discourage new, more sincere competitors from entering the market. Despite shedding light on the prevalence of these advertising tactics, the professor's study leaves many questions unanswered about why consumers respond so positively to terms like patented or FDA approved, and also who is most susceptible to being misled. The findings from this research will hopefully, but I doubt it, provide policymakers with the evidence needed to enact legal changes. Potential reforms might include simplifying the process for consumer groups to bring lawsuits over misleading advertisements and requiring companies to prove the honesty of their advertising claims more rigorously. Such legal adjustments could significantly impact the landscape of advertising, promoting clarity and truthfulness in an era where trust in government institutions and among individuals is waning, and the demand for honest product claims is more critical than ever. To delve deeper, the professor plans to conduct comprehensive consumer surveys and also in-depth interviews, aiming to collaborate with experts in psychology and also in media studies. Now, Made in America is another label that suggests a product is all or virtually all made in the United States of America. Now, this may be significant for consumers who prioritize buying American-made goods to support the domestic economy, jobs, and also local industries. However, the interpretation of what exactly qualifies as Made in America can vary and is far more nuanced than it might initially appear. The FTC is a US government agency that regulates the use of the Made in America label. According to the FTC, for a product to be advertised as Made in America, it must be all or virtually all made in the US. The all or virtually all standard implies that all significant parts and processing that go into the product must be of US origin. The product shall contain no or negligible foreign content. However, the reality of the global supply chain means that many products are composed of materials or components that are sourced from all over the world. In some cases, products may not be entirely manufactured in the US, but undergo significant processing, assembly, and/or finishing in the US. They can then be qualified as made in America. In some industries, such as pharmaceuticals or dietary supplements, the active ingredients might be produced abroad, but the final product is possibly encapsulated and/or packaged in the US. If the encapsulation and packaging process is deemed significant and the product meets other FTC guidelines, it can then be marketed as made in America. This is also true of the statement FDA approved facilities. Manufacturers sometimes say made in America in an FDA approved facility, which leads you to believe that the facility is in the USA. It doesn't have to be. The FDA approved facility can be abroad, for example, in China or Vietnam. Historically, the FDA aimed to inspect domestic high-risk facilities every 2 years, and they had similar goals for foreign facilities too. That said, achieving this frequency internationally has been challenging for them due to the sheer number of facilities, geographic locations, and resource constraints. However, during the pandemic, the FDA had to adjust its inspection practices, temporarily suspending routine surveillance inspections and moving towards alternative tools and methods for ensuring compliance, such as remote evaluations and relying on inspections conducted by trusted foreign regulators. The pandemic is now over, but I can't find any information anywhere stating they've gone back to on-site inspections. So I hope you found that interesting or informative, hopefully both. Let me know in the comments below, is this old news to you and you're not really that bothered? Or are you just learning about this loose wording used by some US government agencies? And if this is all new to you, the FDA approved just means that the benefits outweigh the risks, and that made in America could just mean a Chinese product put in a box in America. Do you find this concerning?